It's a lot.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
I want to hire an investigative team, 100,000 cash to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill named to the Diddy case. I also want them to look at who is powering the media involving Meek. Anything to do with Buddy. Something is not right.
And control the performances.
Listen up, everyone. The word on the street is that Meek Mill just dropped a massive bombshell about Diddy's famous parties. And it's about to blow up the internet for anyone who hasn't been paying attention. Meek, the real deal rapper from Philly, just exposed something that could completely change what we thought we knew about Diddy's wild Hollywood events. This isn't your typical celebrity gossip. This is the kind of scandal that could shake Hollywood to its core. If you thought you'd seen it all, think again. Rumor has it that this footage is so explosive it could ruin careers. So grab your popcorn because this drama is going to be something you won't want to miss.
1,000 cash to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill named to the Diddy case. I also want them to look at who is powering the media involving Meek. Anything to do with Buddy. Something is not right. Somebody said, bro, it's your antics. It's you. You're the one powering that narrative. Now cash at me my 100K. Then he said, the streets know what's up with me. That's not the case. We talking about business side. Somebody powering these bad campaigns with Meek Mill again. I got 100K for a thorough investigation of who's powering and how exactly my name is connected to this. How your name is connected to this? Bro, there's so many videos of you and Diddy. There's videos of Diddy calling you daddy, bro. What do you mean how your name is connected to this? You know, I don't want to sit here and say Meek Mill did this or Meek Mill did that. I mean, who knows what was even happening at these alleged freak off Diddy parties or whatever. But he's asking, how is my name connected to Diddy? Have you not seen the footage? What are you talking about? That's all I'm saying, bro. How you're connected to Diddy? Like, I don't know, bro. He called you daddy. You guys.
Next voice before we dive into this shocking footage. Let's talk about why Diddy's parties have everyone buzzing and what really happens behind those velvet ropes. These aren't your typical Hollywood get-togethers. These events are so exclusive that even A-list celebrities have spent years trying to snag and invite. There's been a lot of talk about what goes down at Diddy's infamous parties. Some say it's just harmless fun, a place where the rich and famous can relax without judgment. But others suggest there's a darker side with activities wild enough to make even season parties. Doors blush. Diddy's been hosting lavish parties for years. His white parties in the Hamptons and epic New Year's bashes are legendary. But these freak-off parties are in a league of their own. The word on the street is that's where the real action happens. Phones are banned and dashes are signed, and what happens inside is meant to stay a secret. Musicians, models, and celebrities come to cut loose. But it's next voice. I know what you're thinking, how bad could it really be? Well, let me tell you, we've heard stories about drug use that would make Keith Richards seem mild, wild sexual encounters that raise more than a few eyebrows, and shady going down when all the big names are in one room. But here's the catch. Until now, it's mostly been rumors that every so often someone would share a story or a blurry photo from one of these legendary parties. But solid proof has been hard to come by. That's why the Meek Mill's leak is such a big deal. For the first time, we might actually get a look behind the curtain at what really happens when Diddy throws a party.
Meek Mills. Well, he said a Philly rapper. You understand? And it was redacted in the paperwork to that because first of all, it had Meek Mills, it had Stevie J, they had redacted their names, and they had Usher, and they redacted their names and just said a performer of the Super Bowl and a Philly rapper. Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mills and Puff was a little too friendly. Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion, listen here, man. My dudes in Philly, I got some real strong dudes in Philly. They don't play that shit. And they probably embarrassed for the fact to see that Meek Mills one of the street guys that came out of there got caught up in this Hollywood whereas that he's dressing like, he dressing the same he dressing like Diddy, hugged up with Diddy. I think that Lil Rod know a lot of but I know this. Two men dress alike, it's just like two men laying down. When they both get up, they both homos. And that's real talk, bruh. My man, you go to a party, dog, and the nigga got the same shirt you got on, I'm taking my shirt off. I'm walking around in a t-shirt. And then, not to blow Meek Mill's up out the water or anything like that, it was said that they checked his Google search and all the other shit, and he was searching for some online gay porn and all that other shit like that.
Oh, wow.
That shit is crazy, bro. But listen, those are what, you know, it's crazy that money, that lifestyle, and you trying to fit into something get you. These guys never set out to do all this shit. Meek Mills, when he got into the game, he didn't set out to be questioning about his manhood with Diddy. But he put himself in that
Voice girl, if you think you've seen celebrities acting wild, this footage could totally redefine what it means to party in Hollywood. Meek Mill didn't just crack open Pandora's box, he blew it wide open, and what's inside is even crazier than finding out your best friend's dating your ex. We're talking jaw-dropping moments with some of the biggest names in the industry doing things that would make even the most seasoned partiers blush. You won't believe who's there and what they're up to. I can't spill all the details, but trust me, some of these celebs might want to call their PR teams alike yesterday. Their squeaky clean images could be in serious do party, and Diddy right in the middle of it all. But this isn't just about partying. Word is some of the activities in this footage might not be legal. If that's true, we could be looking at lawsuits, criminal investigations, and major fallout for their careers. Some stars might be blacklisted from Hollywood faster than you can say. Scandal next.
You understand? What they did was, prior to the raid, they reviewed that civil lawsuit. And that civil lawsuit told, Cassie's civil lawsuit was Lil Rod had already did it. Lil Rod hadn't did his yet, did he? Did Lil Rod do his lawsuit before the raid or after the raid?
Oh, before.
Yeah, so what they did was they reviewed both of those civil lawsuits and found that there was some criminal activity in those lawsuits. We spoke that on Art of Dialogue. We spoke about that on your show. I said if they really wanted him, all they had to do was review those civil lawsuits. And once they find the criminal activity in those, they could bring him in. Now, did the Federal Bureau of Investigation in Miami do it? No, they didn't. Did California do it? No, they did not. The Southern District of New York, they took it upon themselves and put on that raid and everything based on the information they found in Cassie lawsuit and the information they found in Lil Rod lawsuit. But all this is bigger than Diddy. It's bigger than Diddy, bro. Cause you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City. They turn around, give him the key to the city. All the mayor people that he brought on here in New York City are all resigning. They all resigning. People ain't gonna tie this together, but if you look at it, you have to say, because of Mayor Adams and his relationship with Diddy, it brought on the Southern District of New York to start investigating Diddy on civil lawsuits that was put against him. Because the feds is going after all these politicians in New York City.
Yeah, the feds revealed that, anybody that, participated in any, criminal behavior at his freak-offs, they're going to pursue.
Listen here. The mayor here take like 15 spoons of sugar in his coffee. So it's all a possibility.
Do you think it's any celebrities on them tapes?
Bro, he gave celebrity parties. So what you think? I think they're not telling the whole truth, is that because of the situation in Miami and the situation in California, and they closed the clubs like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. or something like that, that Justin and Christian was bringing big vans of girls and people back to the mansion and giving parties and stuff like that. And a lot of those stuff were their parties. A lot of that shit was their parties. They wasn't always Puff parties. It was his son's parties.
Good point. They said some of these freak-offs will last for days.
That's where they're gonna get him on the sex trafficking thing. Especially like if he was traveling and doing it. That's where the sex trafficking come at. That you hiring sex workers to come and have sex with your girl? That's crazy. That's some Hollywood shit that I don't even know, bruh. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. But they also claiming that, Diddy, he'll give ecstasy to his victims to keep them obedient.
Then they have to bring those witnesses in there. That's going to be something hard to prove. Unless Lil Rob or or Cassie state that was something that happened. That's how the prosecutor's going to prove that. They got a ton of evidence that they got to try to prove, bro. A lot of that that if you read it, it could be circumstantial. You know what I'm saying? But they got to have witness to back it up. You just can't say that happened based on somebody lawsuit and what the words that they're saying. They have to have witnesses in there. And I think Puff lawyers is going to be smart enough to attack that.
Right. And they claiming that Diddy, he was blackmailing his victims because he had videos from old freak-offs and he was using those videos to get his victims to do another freak-off. So
if he was blackmailing people, especially people that work for him, see, this is what it's going to get him at. See, people think that, those people work for him, or those people, if they was artists and they work for him, or they were engineers, or they anybody that worked for them and stuff like that, your boss cannot blackmail you to do nothing. If you do a sexual act or you doing anything, your boss, if he have you doing those things like that, then he could be liable for suit. Because you're not doing it willingly. Because that individual is your boss. So psychologically, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say, that when somebody has something over you, could determine your job, your career, your livelihood. That's somewhat of a blackmail if they holding stuff that they've done, that you've done in the past, over your head to make you continually doing that stuff. Now, that's where he loses at. Cause some of those people worked for him, or so he was a part of doing something.
Boise, I know you're excited to find out what's in this footage. While I can't share everything, here's a sneak peek. One clip shows a major pop star known for her clean image getting into some pretty wild activities. Let's just say her next album might come with a warning label. Then there's a scene featuring an actor who always brags about his healthy lifestyle.
That Puff took Tupac blueprint and changed Biggs and Bad Boy in image. I get around, talked about how fly you was, how many girls you mess with, how many cars you drive, how much money you got, what you willing to do. He took his image. Pac was the first one on the scene wearing Versace shirts. He went and got the same Versace shirts Pac had. Which, all right, some dudes would do that. You would never catch me wearing something else, something that somebody else got. He was knocking down all the women that he thought Pac was knocking down. And what I mean is having sex with them. Why would you want to have sex with women you know for sure a dude that was once cool with you was dealing with? That's that image. Cause you gotta realize, bruh, Puff and Pac was cool at one time. We know this. Mopreme said that they was gonna sign the Bad Boy. So if he was gonna sign to Bad Boy, it was because of Corey and them. I put that picture on the internet. I put the picture on my channel of Corey Jones, just Corey Jones, Corey Jacobs, I think Corey Jacobs, and Pac right next to each other. Those was the real bad boys of Bad Boy. You understand? Those are the one who got the 16 to life sentences. That Pac was gonna go and be with them first. But then Mopreme said, when it became just Big and Puff, because Corey and them went to jail, he changed his direction. But nobody know why Pac and Puff fell out like they did. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody know why. But Puff had an obsession with him for whatever reason it was, because he started wanting to act. He started wanting to rap. He had an obsession so bad that at his Grammy Award winning speech, he used the same speech that Pac used. That shit is crazy. So when I say I'm obsessed with talking about Puff and telling y'all the truth, who's obsessed with who? Pac had Sarah before Puff. Allegedly, he had Sally before Puff. And Kim had an obsession or liked Pac so much, she on the red carpet with Tupac shirt on. Who's obsessed with who?
So you believe Diddy, he only got with Sarah Chapman because Pac, he had her at one point.
And it was a bet in the office. Sarah was messing with an NBA basketball player. Puff bet all the niggas didn't believe that he could get it within 2 weeks. $100. So she actually was a $100 bet that he got.
And who was the NBA player?
I think it was Gary Payton, allegedly. That's what he said. Somebody said, she messed with Gary Payton? I bet you I get it. I bet you I have it within 2 weeks. Me and him and Sarah went to this party in Chicago that he was hosting with the Streets Entertainment. And we went to the store called Cranberry and I forgot Cranberry, and it's one of those stores like you get fragrance and you get candles, colognes and stuff like that. It's called Cranberry and something. And from that point on, yeah. But you gotta realize Misa and Kim was friends. Misa and Kim was friends. He started dealing with Kim over Misa. Kim and Sarah was friends. I mean, hand to hand, pots and pans. They was close. They all used to, Sarah, Kim, and this other girl, I think she was from Atlanta. What's her name? It missed me right now. But they all used to hang together. So then he went from Kim to Sarah. And he liked to do the friend thing. Looked like that.
Like 14 years older than me, 15 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he was a probation officer. So he operated a little bit different. I was in the street full time, bro. You feel me? Like, I was outside in the field. So like, you know, you would hear Gene say when they got a threat on their life, Diddy told him, I'm not trying to hear that shit, Gene. Because it's your job to be gangster. It's your job to get wild with people. That's what you're getting paid for. So when you see people like that coming out, it's because they know for a fact, like, it's things that's going on they don't agree with, but they not man enough to say, you know what, I'm not standing for this. So a lot of love me because if I see some guys doing something crazy to a female, hold on, boy, not in front of me. So that'll lead me to get like, oh, we ain't gonna hire him no more because he's not gonna allow this. So that's how like I ended up, like whenever Imana called me, I'm immediately coming because like he not on this strange shit y'all on. You know what I'm saying? That's why like if I don't want to say his name, I'm still on the contract with him. Let me be careful here. Let me be careful here, man. Let me be careful, cause that stuff about Diddy real, bro.
What do you think about the Meek Mill accusations?
Okay. Now you know I used to bodyguard Rocky Fresh, who was signed to Rose.
Yep.
All right. Now, Meek said he wouldn't do a song with Rocky because Rocky wasn't street. Right. So, little things that take place and people will expect certain things out of him. But now with some of this stuff's coming out, if you look at his body of work, it's been strange things in his history. So then, you know, you go on this Twitter page, you click on his likes, bro. You see things that he's liking. That's questionable. Would you come up in here with a matching shirt with me?
Hell no.
Hell no. Ace, would you pop out with a matching shirt with me, bro? Styles, put that on something. You will pop out with. No, boy, it's not going like that, bro. Would you let me call you daddy?
Hell no.
No, bro. I've been saying this for years. I say, man, these boys strange, bro. The things they into is strange. I've seen so much. I've seen a lot, bro. So like with him, look how he responded to the situation. Not one time did he come out and say these things are a lie. Did you see that?
Yep.
He didn't say that.
He didn't deny it.
No, he didn't deny nothing. Because if he deny it, what's finna come out? Footage.
You think Diddy has footage On Meek.
For sure. He got cameras through his whole crib. Every millionaire, billionaire I've been around, bro, they got, so I know what's going on. So if I go into the bathroom, I'm gonna cut the lights off, cut the flash on my phone, and look at the mirrors. If it's got that little hollow circle at the bottom, there's cameras in there. It's all, they're gonna be all through the crib. That's why most times I'm gonna chill in the car. Call me, text me if it's getting dangerous. I'm coming in demonstrating. Point blank, period. This the facts, bro. I've been saying it for years, bro. For years. That's why I stopped just going by myself. Cause I be having my own money. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't just tell me anything. So I'm like, okay, me and phone, I'm pulling up here. That's all. I'm not gonna pay for all your friends. The guys got cheese. We go to the club, we're gonna buy our own bottles. We gonna stand right here and make sure don't nothing happen. But when it comes to that camera stuff,
Stars are acting all shocked, clutching their pearls like they've never been to a party before. But we know they're just putting on a show, sweating bullets over their own secrets. Next voice. Will celebrities ever feel comfortable letting loose again, or are we headed toward a rise in underground parties and tighter security? This situation has everyone wondering who they can trust and what's really happening behind those VIP ropes.